Right in the water. Perfect shot, right in the water. Joining me today for the first ever episode is John Modlin with Legacy Apartment Staffing. John, how the heck are you?
I'm doing good. It's a little cold today, but doing good.
Is it cold enough for you?
Yeah, December in South Carolina is not what it was in California.
That's correct. Little windy today, but we're gonna get out. We're gonna try and have some fun. It's some good golf shots, but really just have a conversation. That's the whole concept about it. But because we are on a golf course, John, how is your golf game?
I like to drink and play golf.
I like it.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, no, sir. 300-ish yards. We got some wind. First swing of the day. That's a little rough.
Not as rough as this will be.
This is going to be that good shot he was talking about.
It really sucks when you get it on the first hole and you know that's the only one you're going to get. You don't even want to play the rest of the game.
We'll be all right. We'll find them.
Watch your hat. Watch your hat. Yeah, it's a little windy out here today.
A little bit. We picked a good day to start a golf vlog in the end of December on quite possibly the windiest day we've had so far this year. Pretty much dead straight away. It looks like we're in the wind. No idea what this is going to do.
Man, that wind hit right as you swung.
Right when I swung.
Like I said, I like to play golf. I never said I was good.
First off, what is Legacy Apartment Staffing? What do you do?
Well, we're a staffing company. We specialize 100% in property management staffing, working with apartment communities and the management companies to, get them staff.
What are some of your biggest challenges with staffing like that?
Challenges in this day and age right now is finding quality people, realistically.
You really have to weed through a lot of the bad candidates out there now.
You started out of a need for staffing in multifamily. Legacy was born from that instance. How long have y'all been in business?
Legacy has been in business now almost 3 years.
Wow. Go ball.
I thought that was going to break a little bit more to the right.
I'm afraid to hit it. I'm afraid to hit it.
Nah, way too hard. Oh, definitely a good shot. Nice.
So, John, 3 years with
Yes, sir.
Legacy. To date, in your opinion, what's your biggest accomplishment so far? I mean,
As a company or my personal accomplishments?
Let's start with company. We'll get to personal in a little bit.
I would say for me, our first year in business, first full year in business, we approached the 5 million in gross revenue mark.
Wow.
As a company, which was, I've started, 3 staffing companies before and never hit that mark in the first year. So I was really excited about that.
We've been able, in 3 years, to establish, I think, pretty good relationships in South Carolina, which, as you know, going into any new market is always tough when you're not a known entity.
Yeah.
This market, I have found especially, has been tough because, all these people have grown up together. They all know each other. They've known each other since they were kids.
This is a good old boy network.
It is very much a good old boy, good old girl network. Everybody knows each other. Coming into this market was a challenge more so than some that I've been a part of.
Okay.
But it's been fun at the same time. I've built some really good relationships here already, and I'm really happy with that. And the people that I've gotten to know and gotten to be friends with have been very supportive of us being in this market.
And you said 5 million in 3 years?
5 million in our first year. In gross revenue, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've topped that each year since I haven't looked at our numbers for this year yet, but we should top last year's, and last year's was over 5 million.
Now, are you just in South Carolina?
No, we're in South Carolina and in California, in San Diego as well. So I
Nice.
have 2 markets, and realistically, our South Carolina, we're in the upstate, we're in Columbia, we're in Charleston, we're in Georgia, so in Savannah, Georgia, we're down in that area. We're doing some in North Carolina now, Raleigh, and a little bit in Charlotte. Asheville, we've been up there for a while.
Nice.
So we've been spreading out here quite a bit and expanding slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And so it's been really good.
Good. Well, John, this is hole 2. All right. Let's do better. No idea where that went, John.
I'm watching it over the tree, straight over those 2 dead trees right there on the left.
Okay. I lost it completely. I have no idea where that went. John just said it went that way. So, we'll see. Or we won't. Hey, we're just out here at River Falls Plantation in Duncan, South Carolina, trying to have a good time. But we picked the windiest day of the year to play golf. So, no warm up, no putts. This is as real as it gets. We'll see how this goes. Well, John says he sold the ball. I have no idea where it went, but we're gonna try to find it and pick up. John just picked up his ball there in the middle of the fairway, because that's where he was. not mine. But back to legacy, John. So we talked about your, like, what are you most proud of? Professionally, personally, but now let's try personally, John. What are you most proud of, like, as far as business goes?
I would say honestly, my volunteerism in the industry, I've hit some really cool milestones for me. Being a past president of the San Diego Apartment Association, I think it was really cool.
Yeah.
Winning our Lifetime Achievement Award there in San Diego was really cool.
Being a founding board member of our California Apartment Association out there. I was a founding board member of that and helping get that started.
Now, what do you do on the national level? You're you're on the Suppliers Council, right?
I'm on the executive committee for the National Supplier Council. I am the vice chair for membership this coming year.
For those of us in the industry, for those of us who aren't in the industry, what is the Suppliers Council? What do you do for NAA?
We're the voice of the suppliers with the National Apartment Association. For an easy, what are we? We do a lot of stuff for the Apartment Association, helping the suppliers know what's going on, helping them know what's happening out there, helping them know what events are coming up, how to start a supplier council at your local association. Dang it, I cannot get the lift on my iron today.
You keep the suppliers involved from a national level?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of your goals for the Suppliers Council?
I want to create more opportunities for suppliers. Many of us, like myself, we've been on the management side in the past. We've got a ton of experience on both sides of the table, and nice shot.
Whoa, ball.
Yeah.
We're getting closer every single time. Isn't that the goal of golf?
Yes, to always get closer.
What's going to be fun is as we go through this golf series, this vlog, we're going to be keeping track of guests and the scores, the final score after 9 holes, and see who can score the lowest round here. So,
well,
probably should have told you that, or maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know.
It wouldn't have changed one thing.
We'll see. All right. I'll hit something.
Oh, I hit it just a little too hard.
John, that's your good ball.
Probably.
All right. That wind, really heavy.
I lost it.
Being in staffing. Yeah. Especially multifamily. What's a mistake
I would say, honestly, a lot of operators make the mistake of they hire based off the resume alone. They do one interview and go, yep, this guy's great, or this person is great, and they hire them. And then a month later, they're like, God, this person was just horrible. And when you ask them what was horrible, well, they didn't get along with anybody. Well, our industry, is built on personality, attitude, culture, all those intangibles, and they don't look at those. They look at just a skill set in one interview and make a decision. And I had a client hire somebody, paid him $27 an hour as a maintenance tech, and a month later they let him go because he wasn't working out.
When you say hiring off a resume alone, they go off a piece of paper.
Piece of paper and one interview. And here's the challenge. You've got an HR person in your corporate office who is not the person they're going to work with, but that HR person gets along great with that person. Oh, this was a great interview. This guy's got a great personality. But the personality doesn't match the team at the property.
Doesn't match the culture, right? Culture is huge now.
Yes, much more important than skill set.
I heard just a second ago, maybe, I don't know the context of what you were discussing, but I think you were talking to Josh about, and I heard AI. So my question, have you had any instances that you know of people fudging resumes because of AI now? Like, hey, AI, generate me a good resume for a maintenance position.
I haven't seen it as
a thing?
I haven't seen it on the maintenance side near as much as I've seen it on the office side.
Okay.
Leasing, managers, even regional manager candidates. I've seen AI starting to show its head in the resumes as they're rewriting them. And for me, the challenge with that is all your resumes now start sounding the same.
Right. I mean, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
By the wording that's used and the phrasing and
Yep.
those who just do the copy paste thing on AI. I don't know. I was just curious to see if that is something that's kind of bridged its way.
It has, not as much as you would think, but I think we're going to see it be very prevalent in 2026.
All right, put one in there. Good try. Good try. We hear about AI in our industry, in our business.
Right.
Social media posts.
Thank you,
You
sir.
know, people are griping and complaining. Like, oh, stop using AI. Like, I can tell you didn't write this. I can say blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's like operators, people in operations, managers, regionals, leasing, outside of maintenance, are asked to do more and more and more. You have to post on social media 13 times a day. You have to get creative with your video. How are you going to sell your community and your all this stuff? And if a tool like AI can help, you get some of these well-written resumes from AI, and they hire that person to say, okay, we got a leasing job that includes posting on social media and stuff. You're so well versed and well written. We're going to use you in that role. Well, now, if they don't use AI, it doesn't sound the same. Now you're not the person they hired. Right. So I think AI can be very harmful if it's used the wrong way. Sure. And I think every company out there is going to come to the same conclusion that they're all going to have to talk about what's the benefit of using AI, what's the benefit of using virtual assistants and all those things that come with the AI generated stuff. And in meetings with other people that I've had, they talk about that, the closing ratio, for example, using a virtual assistant and online leasing versus an in-person leasing consultant is lower, but they also don't have the same cost. So, is it still beneficial to do it? Will it become too much? With some companies, it's going to. Mm-hmm. They're so excited about the concept of being able to cut staff, which it's an expense, and if you can cut that expense, why not? But the personal touch is going to be lost, and if the only personal touch, and I'll just take our industry, if the only personal touch they really have is your maintenance techs, I hope you have some really good maintenance techs on your site.
because they're going to be the only personal touch your residents get. I think it's going in a dangerous direction, and hopefully most companies realize that and use it properly and not overly too much.
Right. There were people on the green, but I don't know if that was the group in front of us.
I think it was, and I think they're gone.
There's the golf cart. I knew it. You know my heart with training.
Right.
And you are 100% correct that offices, operations, they're streamlining and they're adding services. Like let's call it what it is.
Right.
They're making things easier. You can lease online, you can tour online, all the virtual stuff. You can lease, you can move 6, 7, 12 states away into an apartment community and never meet a single person on staff.
100%.
So your statement just a second ago about the first person they're going to have interaction with is a maintenance guy.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want that to be the first interaction? So to me, that brings in training. Are we training our maintenance person? Sure, they can fix stuff.
Right.
They can unclog a toilet, they can unclog a sink drain, they can replace light bulbs, turn apartments, fix their AC. They can do all those things. Can they talk to people?
Can they talk to people professionally, the way that you want them to talk to them, that's going to create retention 12 months down the road? Mm-hmm. Some are great. Some could work in a leasing office. They're that good.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I also know the percentage of that is not very high out of the whole maintenance workforce out there.
Right.
There's a higher percentage of ones that cannot.
Yeah.
Or should not.
Should not. I like that. Should not. What's the push that you've seen, or have you seen any, for soft skills?
I have not seen a lot of push for that.
I got a case of the rights today, John.
You see the push. NAA has, all their stuff. Grace Hill has training. All these companies have training on the soft skills for maintenance. The challenge is these companies are so understaffed on the maintenance side, they don't have time to let this guy take an hour at lunch or an extra hour somewhere to do training, to learn the soft skills that need to be learned. It's very hard for companies to find the time to do that.
Right.
I was talking to a property last week. They've got 157 work orders they're behind because they've been short-staffed for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And how do you pull a maintenance guy off of that to go learn soft skills?
I'm with you.
When there's not enough hours in the day for it?
I'm with you. You know, I asked the question because, like you just said, the instance you just gave, 157 work orders behind.
On a 212-unit property.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's almost one per apartment.
Yeah, that's tough.
The challenges on the maintenance side are not getting any better. There's not real-world solutions right now to A, solving the staffing shortage, and B, finding a way to get them to be the ambassadors that they need to be.
He went for it.
Told you I'd find the water. Look at that. Perfect shot right in the water. I was trying to lay up on the hill right in front of it and just bounce right there. Nope.
I wanted to get you out of the boardroom, out of the office, out from behind a computer. You feel like you really get to know people when you're out having fun, hitting bad shots together.
I agree. Yeah, you're definitely going to the right every time, aren't you?
Beautiful. Stay there.
That was a good shot. I had more than one today.
Here's something.
Oh! Well, you're definitely closer. You can tap that in if you want.
And what's also frustrating too on the technology side is a lot of maintenance don't get to have any say in the technology that a company brings into or a company brings into the property.
Right.
So it's you've got some salesmen and they've sold an operations team on, oh, look at all the reports, look what we can do, look at all the stuff that we can streamline for you and take off of your plate.
Yeah.
But then they don't teach the on-site maintenance personnel the importance of those reports, They don't teach them why this is important.
And they're the last ones to learn the software.
Correct.
They're the last ones to hear about it, to know about it. Yeah, they're not, in a lot of ways, they are not part of the team in the general sense that most of us would think of a team. When you think of your team, you know, you've got your regional, your manager, your assistant manager, your leasing, there's your team. The maintenance is on the outside looking in going, oh, we're getting new software?
Yeah.
When was I going to hear about it? Well,
Right.
we install tomorrow. So
Then you get the invite for the 1 hour training that we're doing over lunch because
Yes.
we're not going to let you take off. Why don't you come out and let's do this 1 hour training. Bring your phones, by the way, because we're going to have to download this app
onto your personal phone.
onto your personal phone. But
Yep.
we don't want you on your phones all day long because then what are you doing?
Yeah, are you really on our app or? Don't get me started.
Right.
It's a crazy.
Maybe I want to get you started. Got the rights, John. That's three. That's three. It'll roll forever, John. That was great. So back on the staffing side of things, so I know we kind of dipped into some training, and you and I can talk training for hours and hours and hours. With staffing and relation specifically to maintenance, where do you find operators making the most mistakes?
I think the other challenge is they're overpaying for maintenance, and I don't mean that in the way that some people would think that maintenance is not deserving of pay, but in the office side, you don't hire a manager and put him in a leasing role and pay him as a manager. You hire leasing consultants and pay him as a leasing consultant, and so on and so on. You start at the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah.
On maintenance, there really is no bottom. There's porters, there's maintenance, and there's maintenance supervisors.
Right.
But they go and they don't hire a porter and teach him how to do maintenance. They hire a porter to do porter work, and that's all he'll ever do. They don't usually promote up to a maintenance tech. They don't normally stay that long, realistically. So the challenge on the maintenance side is getting new people that are trainable to hire for less. You've got a slab leak. You've got, the major stuff going on, major renovation that you got to do. Save them for that. Hire a guy that does nothing but turns, and he's trained how to do it. He knows how to do it.
Yeah.
And that guy's $22 an hour versus $25 to $30 an hour.
Right.
You can cut your staff payroll down dramatically if you learn how to hire that way. They all want that guy that's worked for ABC companies for 5 years and he's on the market, and I'm going to go pay him $30 to come work for me, and he's going to do turns for you.
What do you do to combat that? Like, how not you specifically, but what do we need to do to fix that?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is getting some hands-on training,
Right.
which I'm working on some ideas, but there's hands-on training for new people to our industry. We have it for leasing. We have it for the office side. We can train new people how to lease apartments all day long. So now getting that same kind of training for the maintenance side. And
Right.
how do you do it? How do you create it? You can't train them how to do everything, but can you train them how to do turns?
Mm-hmm.
Can you train them how to be OSHA compliant? Can you train them how to, all the basic things that they need to do to come onto your property and do all your turns for you? Sure, you can do that. It's not complicated. Ooh, that's a nice shot. I went right.
She go. You've got some ideas for some hands-on maintenance training.
Yep.
There is something that you and I are working on.
Correct.
With a collab, if you will.
Yeah, so I've done, with the previous company, we've done hands-on maintenance training before, where it's creating a maintenance turn tech, for want of a better term for it. And it's been mixed success in other markets. But I think I've got some ways to perfect it and make it really awesome for all of us. Like I said, when we've talked before, the concept is easy. The implementation is the hardest part.
Right.
But I think in our conversations, the implementation is there.
Right.
And we're going to be able to create the workforce that we want to create for everybody.
Exactly. Oh, geez. that thing bumped, like, come on.
I watched it. Nope. Nice and straight, a little to the right. We may be dropping.
Because we both went long. We need that ball, John. Best spot.
Oh, nope, I choked on that. Oh, look at that.
See, I mean,
That was the shot of the day.
It comes and goes.
Nice putt.
It just comes and goes. You got that on camera, right?
Oh, I got it, man.
This is hole 7. This is like a tricky little dog leg right.
What's the par on this? Par 4?
This is par 4. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple clubs because there's water on this, and I don't think we're gonna attempt to go over it, but we might. We're feeling good now. We made a putt. All right.
I think you got it to the right. Hopefully not too much.
Come down.
Nice ball. That's going to be good. Ow.
Right down the middle.
All right. I think we'll play your ball this hole.
I like that. All right, you mentioned earlier about your time in San Diego and serving on the board of directors. And, you're now a part of the Suppliers Council. What's something you've had to like unlearn or relearn as a leader? You know, like you can't get into positions like that unless you're willing to lead or be led, or so what's something you just in your career, what's something you've had to unlearn?
Realistically, honestly, I have had to learn not to speak my mind as much as I would like to. As most people that know me will tell you, I have no filter. So when I think something, I say something, and it's not always the right thing to say in the right moment. In the professional world, it's a different story. So I've had to learn to, sit back and listen more. As somebody told me, we have 2 ears and only one mouth. You listen twice as much, and I've been really working hard on that the last probably 10 years now, to really focus on listening to what other people need versus what I think should happen. That has been a hard task for me because I think I know it all, and I know I don't. But in my brain, I know how to operate in the apartment industry. I know both sides of the workflow. I can do everything. So I know how it should work. I know how things should operate. I could walk onto somebody's property and go, hey, you should do this, 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 and this, and you'd be more efficient, and things like that. Nice shot. That's going to roll up there very nicely. So, taking time to sit and listen to other people has been my biggest challenge, honestly. But I've gotten better at it, and I feel good about where I'm at in that process. And I know when I have something I want to say, I go talk to somebody about it first off to the side before I talk about it with a group. And it's helped me out a lot.
Long putt.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that broke a lot more than I thought it would, John.
I didn't hit it hard enough. I did the same thing you did, almost exactly.
Yeah.
I just choked on the hit.
Get it. Get it. That's right. That's right. I think I just said shabam. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but we're going to roll with it.
We roll with it.
Shabam. Can we hashtag that, Josh?
Hashtag shabam.
Shabam. So this is probably one of my favorite holes on this course.
Okay.
There's I don't want to say it. There's WATER all along this side over here.
Okay.
That's going to be good.
Bam! Look at that. Hey, he hit the guardrail! He hit the Let's go! Let's go! Okay, all right, let's go. We're playing golf 8 holes into the 9-hole match.
That's a good shot.
If you have to think about this, think about it. But what's some good, or what's some of the best just business advice you've been given over the years? And maybe there's 2 or 3 things that come to mind. Or what's something you tell other people when they ask you?
I will tell you, for me, and this came from Rick Snyder, R.E. Snyder.
Yeah.
He was our industry achievement winner, our lifetime achievement winner in San Diego one year, and I was on our editorial board for our magazine. I got to do the interview with him.
Okay.
And I talked to him and I said, how, he had pictures up of his kids and all the kids stuff and the family stuff and everything that he did. And I said, how do you have balance? Because, oh my God, great shot. That was a great shot.
Keep talking, man.
Yeah.
Like that just works. Like I need to be on the live tour.
And I asked
You know.
him, I said, how do you,
Just
how do
kidding.
you,
That
how
was
do
a
you
joke.
balance personal life and work life? Because I know you work all the time. I see you doing volunteer stuff all over and everything else. And he says, my personal stuff goes in my work calendar. I make sure I make sure it's in there so I don't
Right.
schedule anything. And I make sure that
Right.
I do the personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do that ever since. And keep the balance. Whoa, don't roll. Stupid thing. On a hill dropping it. I'm just dropping it down there, whatever. But I put all my personal stuff in my work calendar now, and I've done that since my kids played Little League, and I coach Little League, and if there's a game practice, you just don't miss the personal stuff anymore.
Right.
And I've been a better person and a better leader and a better business person having the balance between the two.
Right. That old paradox, work-life balance.
Yeah. It seems simple, but it's not.
Yeah.
I hit it too hard, and it did break a little bit to the right.
We are on hole 9, John.
Yes.
And the name of this golf vlog is the mixtape Mulligan. The concept of a mulligan is you have a do-over.
Right.
In the game of golf, mulligans don't exist like professionally, but in casual play, whatever. Mulligans are mulligans. We've taken liberties with a few today. What's a business mulligan you'd like to have?
For me, realistically, I would have never sold our first company. And
What was that first company?
APT companies, APT Personnel Staffing. We sold it back in 2014, me and my business partner, and if I could do it over, I would never have sold it.
Yeah. What was so great about APT?
We had built it from the ground up. It was scratch, and for the first probably 4 or 5 years, we had no clue what we were doing, and we were very successful. We had gone from 2 offices to 7 offices. At one point, we were at 10 offices, and it was great. And we had met people that we wanted to partner with that were going to help us take it national, and all these just great things that were going to happen, and none of it happened. And we sold our business when we didn't need to.
Yeah.
So if I had to do over, that's the one thing I would do over. I would do that differently. But at the same time, I love where I'm at now with Legacy. If I hadn't sold it, I'd still be in California probably, which would be horrible. So I'm glad I'm not there. No offense to people in California, but the state is messed up and it's getting worse. When your insurance is 3 times the cost as it is anywhere else, workers' comp, for example, out here I'm paying, I don't know, a couple of bucks per 100 for maintenance. Out there I'm paying almost $20 per 100.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm glad I'm where I'm at with Legacy and South Carolina and the Carolinas in general, and just the fun stuff that we're doing out here. Having a good time with it. The people that we are working with out here have been phenomenal. The people at the Apartment Association, both the local and the state one. Everybody in Region 4 for the National Apartment Association has been great, very supportive, and just having a good time.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. I don't feel like it's work because we're having fun doing it, and that's, I think, what work is supposed to be about. I think what the job is supposed to be about. Your company, if you're going to do something, make sure you have fun doing it.
Right. So it was, I mentioned my friends Paul Rhodes and Chris Caramonica earlier.
Yeah.
And the turnover, we just had a podcast, and the question was asked by Paul, who was trying to get to a certain point, and he asked us, the old adage, if you're having fun, you'll never work a day in your life,
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I understand the concept of it, but at the same time, it's like, listen, work is work, whether I'm having fun or not. If I'm at work, does it make it easier? Does it make it better to enjoy? Yes. But that whole saying, like, if you love what you do, are you actually working? Would you say you love what you do?
I do. I get up every day and I wonder how many people am I going to get hired today? How many people are going to go to work today?
Yeah.
The movie, I love this movie, the movie called Dave. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I love Dave.
That was a
Kevin
great
Kline?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
that
a great
guy
movie.
is
I once caught a fish.
Yeah.
This big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing. But he had a staff company, a temp agency.
Yeah.
And his whole concept of I forget what it was, it's Tuesday and everybody works on Tuesday or something. He was all about getting people to work.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about what I do. I know that I'm going to get people working that weren't working yesterday, and if I'm doing it right, I'm going to get them a great job somewhere, and they're going to be happy for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to play that one. Dang it. We've talked a lot today about experiences and the industry and things like that. I would say if you're in this apartment industry and you're not involved in your local apartment association in some way, shape, or form, volunteering on a committee, something, get involved, because that's where you learn the experiences. That's where you meet the people that have those experiences and can share them with you, and the history and experience and knowledge and all that stuff. Get involved.
So this is our flag out here. That's waved. This is a par 5.
Okay.
The wind is heavy in our face. We're 172 yards away. I'm not going to go for it. Something nice and easy punched off to the right here.
All right.
Would give us a good shot into the green.
That works. Not that far right.
Hit the cart path.
Dang it.
I'm here all week. I came right over the top of that ball. I'd hit it with the bottom. You saw that? You gave it a shot. You gave it a shot. John, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. This
I
is fun.
appreciate you for coming on and being a part of this new initiative, and just try to find more intimate ways in connecting with people over some good shots, some bad shots, and trying to just create something. I feel like our industry gets a bad rap.
It does.
We get a lot of negativity. We get a lot of evil, greedy landlord. We get a lot of just
every day
awful stuff. And I feel like getting people out here might help realize or put people in an everyday life situation. Again, get them out of their office, get them out of their boardroom, get them out of what they do for a living, and put them into a real life situation. And that personality starts to come out a little bit more. And I feel like we've had a good time today.
Definitely been fun.
Making fun of all the golf shots, the great shots, the not so great shots.
They were all great shots because Josh has got them all.
The power of editing, I gotta say, get creative with those, Josh. We really appreciate you coming on though, and being part of this first ever Mixtape Mulligan.
Well,
So
appreciate it, and hopefully we got some good stuff for you.
yeah, outstanding. Thank you.